And we're live.
And we're live. Welcome to another week of Rick's Life as I See It. And I did send Night Strike a link. And we're live. Welcome. So why have I to another week of Rick's Life as I See It. Oops, I forgot to send Night Strike a link. And we're live. Oh, damn it. Welcome. So why have I another week of Rick's Life as I See It. Okay, got it. There we go. That's better. I don't know why I get myself all messed up every week. I really don't. It's not that difficult.
Happens sometimes.
Oh man. Okay, there we go. I got my YouTube chat, my chat, and my screen here. And I did send Night Strike a link, but I will do it again in the main chat area, so for anybody can join us if they wish. There we go. So that's it. So let's start again. Welcome to Rick's Life as I See It. Week 14, I believe. And I just wanted to say, if you were not here last week, you missed a great show. You know? All right. Now, in my new attempt to try to get organized, I'm starting a new Rick's Life midweek video. Oh, it came out on Thursday. It's going to come out on either Wednesday or Thursdays. What's going on in my life so far. And I was talking about my new bullets I got. I was impatient and bought these new ones. And I got my book out, and I'm reading what powder I have, the size of the bullet, and everything else. And I said, well, it didn't feed in my 1911 or my Smith & Wesson. Well, I get home and I do some research. Of course, I was looking at the wrong line of data. So I'm glad they didn't go off, because they would have been hot. And I don't know if my guns could have handled it. They'd have been like plus P's. So basically, I gotta pull all those bullets and redo them. It's about 100 of them. Oh God, I'm a dumbass sometimes. I really am. But
Gonna be a fun.
What?
Gonna be a fun job to redo all those.
Yeah, I started on it, and then my neighbor upstairs banged on the floor because he didn't like my banging, because I'm using a block of wood, and it, I don't know if you can see it, but that's the puller I use. So you do one at a time. It takes about 4 or 5 good whacks, for the momentum of the
right.
Actually, it goes that way to let the bullet drop out. So anyway, that's what I did there. And yeah, I was. Hey, Clover. There's a link there if you want to join us. I don't know if you can see it. I can always put it back in again. I did send one tonight, Strike, but God knows what he did with it. Okay, yeah. I have a question. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody watching in the reloading. I got another reloading question. When you're cleaning your brass, do you decap it first or after you clean it? That's my question. What would you do, John?
I'm guessing you would decap it first.
I don't know. Does it make a difference?
I don't think it makes a difference, but the decap at least lets you get a little more air in when you clean it.
Well, that's what I thought. It might clean out the area a little,
Right.
I don't know.
Morning, Clover Tech.
Good morning.
Hey, Clover. Oh. Either or. Oh, too hotty saying either or. Huh. All right. That's what I figured. I wasn't sure. I mean, it's got to be deprimed anyway. So that's it. Next,
What are we talking about? We're talking about decapping
oh,
before you clean.
yeah, or
Yeah.
depriming or decapping, whatever you want to call it.
For me, it depends on the quality of ammunition that I'm making. If it's precision, really precision rifle stuff or something like that, then yeah, I'm gonna decap before I clean. That way, it's just the brass is absolutely as clean as possible. But if it's just plinking around, if I'm just doing some bulk 9mm or something like that, I don't worry about it near as much at that point.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because I said I'm new to this, and the last lot I did, I cleaned it and then I deprimed it afterwards. You know, I sat there one night in front of the television doing it. You know, so yeah. But anyway, talking about priming on my Dylan, not my Dylan. I wish I had a Dylan on my Leaf thing here, which I like. I ordered that safety prime where, you push it against the thing, you put the a primer in there, and it does all that. I didn't like that whatsoever. So I gone back to the auto primer, doing it by hand. I just find it easier and faster because every time I push the thing, sometimes the primer would drop in, sometimes it wouldn't. It just didn't seem to cheap piece of plastic, in my opinion. But hell, maybe I got it set up wrong. I don't know, but I can do it just as fast using that. What is that? Have I got it right here? Yeah.
Those just joining us, welcome Night Strike, Smeggy, Bim, Ghost, Clay, Mr. Knives, Pants, Enrique. Good to have you all on.
All right. Thank you, John. Yeah, this is the thing I'm talking about. I'm faster with this thing than I am with that other thing that was on there. But I just wanted anybody else how anybody else did with that. Anybody else use that? It's called a safety prime. I think that's what they call it. I don't like it.
What kind of calibration goes into doing it by hand like that with that device?
The what?
What kind of calibration goes into calibrating that handheld device?
This thing here? All you do is
little to none.
Little none. You just put the right. What's the word for that thing that's in there that has the size of the brass? This is a number
holder.
2 with a shell holder. It's a number 2 shell holder, which is for a 45 ACP. Put that in there. Put the bottom of the. I find all these already. Yeah, but you put that in there like that. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. You put that in there like that, then you just push that forward, and it pushes the primer into it. That's it. Done. Nice and simple.
And you verify everything or every other one that's been capped to make sure it's not under or over primed?
I usually run my thumb or my finger as I pull it out of the because I use a hand primer similar to what Rick has, and I usually run my finger across it or my thumb across it as I pull it out. And I mean, it's just after you do it so long, I mean, yeah, you just do it by feel, and I can tell if it's under or over or where it needs to be. If it feels smooth, then throw it in the bin and go to the next one.
Yeah, and after a while, you learn when you're pressing this thing how it feels when it's done. That you're practically spot on. But yeah, I do it without thinking. I run my finger or my thumb over it as I'm throwing it in the bucket that is done.
Yeah, always good to verify everything you do anyway, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad. I mean, like I said before anybody joined us, that I got some new lead bullets the other day because they had run out of my other ones, so I was impatient. Of course, I get home, pull out the book, and I'm looking everything up, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm doing everything. I do about 100 of them. I go down the range, load up the magazines, no problem, for my 1911 and my M&P 45. Slam them in there, no problem. Go to shoot. damn thing is out of battery, locked up, popped out the magazine, and the slide wouldn't even move. And there was a tiny little gap. And luckily, I got a gun tool. And what I had to do, pointing down range, I got it, and I had to. There was a little gap, and I stuck it in there, and I managed to pry just a fraction on the injector where the bullet ejects out, and it loosened up, and the bullet would fly out. So they're too long. So they're too long. Plus, when I got back and I looked at, I realized I'd done the wrong one. I looked at the wrong data. Not only was it too long, is the amount of powder I put in there. They would have been plus P's, and I'm not sure my 1911 would have handled it. I mean, they would have been hot.
They're too long. You're not checking to verify that they're seated?
Oh no, I verified them to what the data said. Right. The data said the overall length should be 1.27.
Okay.
And that's when I use my normal Spear full metal jacket things, that works beautiful.
Right. Clay
but
said,
this when I use this lead bullet, I've checked, I found it since then, the right one. These are meant to be at 125 overall length.
He makes a good point.
So that
you still need to measure the overall length with a caliper.
Yeah. I got one right here.
What Rick's getting at, I think, is he used a different projectile, and what you've got to realize, and this even happens when you switch from one brand to the next, because sometimes I'll use Hornady FMJs and something, and then sometimes I'll use, cause you buy bulk, whatever you can get a deal on as far as your plinking ammo, and then the next you may buy, let's say, Nosler or something, and if there's a difference in the O-gab on that projectile, then it can be the same overall length, but because of that O-gab, the projectile is thicker further down toward the muzzle, so then you get that issue to where it'll stick.
Okay.
Yes. That makes sense, John?
Also, Enrique on the gun channel side asked if anyone has knowledge of lead-free bullets for target shooting, for example, 9mm and 40 caliber, because he's interested in plastic bullets. I've never heard of those.
Would they have to be plastic, or could you just go with some type of plastic probably be cheaper than copper for sure.
There is a lead-free bullet out there, the projectile. I can't think of the brand name of it now or what it's called. There is one out there.
Has anyone used them, or you just heard of them?
What? I mean, I haven't used them for reloading, but I know you can get them. Plus, already, if you go and buy them off the shelf, the bullet already in the size you want, a box of 9mm. Yankee uses them. Yankee Marshall uses them.
What was his opinion?
He's going lead free, because he's up there in that liberal Washington or wherever he's at.
What was his opinion of them?
Last time I watched one of his videos about him, he thought they were quite, for what he was using them for, for just normal target shooting down at the range, they work great. Of course, he's going to keep his full metal jacket 357 Magnums that he carries in his revolver,
Of course.
But for just practice and plinking, he said they were working out pretty good. But I think they're more expensive than buying a regular one right now.
Plastic bullets are more expensive?
Not very expensive, but I think they're an extra $1 or $2 a box.
Oh, wow.
But I imagine if more people using, the price will drop.
Morning, Night Strike.
Hey, Night Strike.
I've been up.
I sent you links all over the place.
I know, and Clover messaged me a little while ago too, so I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
And I was going to have a private conversation with you, but we'll do it later. It's not a rush. I just put a link in for Enrique. There's a place called Federal Armament that sells a lead-free alloy, and they're still to be out of stock on a lot of stuff right now, but that's something that he could keep tabs on. But for about $70, you can get a box of 500 of those, which is that's not a bad price.
No, it's not. It's not. You know, I might look into doing it. You know, do my part, but I don't know. There's just something about lead hitting steel that's it's just so
satisfying.
Nice. Yeah, especially with a fat, short 45 ACP. Just bam, it's great. You know.
Well, you know what I do. I just have I got a shit ton of cardboard boxes because I've moved around so many damn times. I usually just fill those with sand and shoot those in the backyard. You know, put targets on them, whatnot. Just you know, go nuts because I got 30 acres. I might as well go nuts anyways.
You might as well,
right?
Yeah,
America, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a fan of Team America World Police, the movie. It's hilarious.
You're not alone.
Okay, now let's see. That was that. Did I have it on here? Oh yeah, for anybody who missed my midweek video, that when I was cleaning my 1911 again, and I was putting on the, you know, holding the spring down and turning it. At the last second, it let go and the spring went flying. That end cap that goes over the spring went flying.
Did you find it?
No. I cannot find it. It's in this house somewhere. The hell if I can find it.
Watch. The last place you look, you'll find it.
Yeah, I've ordered a new one, so I'm bound to find the old one.
Right?
Yeah, I've ordered the new one. It cost me $7. Just a plain one, nothing fancy. You know what I'm saying? But it was on the 1911. They're black, matte black, like the old one was. So
of a place
I don't have a spare now, you know.
On all caps for 1911s. Let them know.
Yeah. What else I got here on my thing? Oh yeah.
So how did your 1911 run?
The what?
How did your 1911 run when you shot it?
Well, when I used my normal bullets, it ran great. When I tried to use these new ones, it jammed on me.
What'd you use?
Well, my new one.
Yeah.
Oh, I used the new. I got a lead projectile, and when I explained this already. When I was looking up the load data on it, I looked up. I was reading the wrong one.
Ooh.
So what happened was they were too long. My normal one, it says overall length of 127. But when I got back home and checked, the overall length using these ones on the right, that it should have been 125. So what happened was it put it out of battery, and I had to use a tool, hold it down range, and get it just inside where the bullet ejects, and just sort of like move it just a fraction. Then it opened up and the bullet shot out. So they were too long. Plus, if they had fired, they would have been hot because I put way too much powder in. Under the data of these things, it says put in 4.5, right? And on my other ones, I had 5.4 grams.
Oh, so it would have been a P plus P.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Plus P plus.
I don't know if my 1911 or my
it's steel
rated for that.
It's steel. It could handle it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. But anyway, that was that.
I wouldn't shoot it I wouldn't shoot more than one, but it's steel. It could probably handle it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I've got to. I had made about 100 of these, so now I got to pull the bullets on them. You know, I was doing that earlier, and my neighbor pounded on the floor. I was making too much noise. You know, so
having fun up there.
No, yeah. Anyway, next thing I wanted to ask. I'm not very good at explaining things, or I've got the same mixer set up and all that kind of shit that I think the rest of you guys have, I have the original setup that Never Enough Ammo has, Matt has. Because I looked at one of his videos and I bought everything he had listed.
Oh, so you got the same setup I have.
Okay. Now, I read somewhere, is first off, like Matt runs his intro off his phone, the music. I don't know how to do that.
Did you get the cable for it?
Yeah, I got the cable.
Okay. Basically, you have to plug the cable in. I'm not at my computer right now, the desktop, so I can't give you specific instructions. But you have to plug the cable into one of the outlets, and then it needs to go into your phone, and then you just need to play whatever you have on your phone. And all you do is press a button on the mixer, and that'll work. You know what? Let me just go over to my computer and load up that.
It's right. Maybe we can get together some other time and do it. And
maybe after the chat.
And the next thing I wanted to do, originally, my idea for this hour chat was to be, I don't know, I'm thinking sort of like a talk radio type thing. Besides talking this way, but with this mixer and your phone, can you accept phone calls?
Yes, but they won't hear the people asking questions. They won't hear anybody else but you, because the microphone for your phone is right there, on your desk, as opposed to, it's not accepting input from the mixer. Because the cable only does output from audio from the phone into the mixer and into your headset and set up so other people will hear it, but it will not. They won't, But when they say something, it's not connected to transmit back through the phone into the phone's microphone port. So basically, the only person they will hear is yourself, unless they're listening to you also on, YouTube or gun channels.
Oh, okay.
So that's the only thing. They'll only hear you, Rick. So if you want to do that, you can well do that. Matt used to do it. I toyed around with the idea of it, but ultimately I found out it just really wasn't worth it.
Okay. Oh, Matt used
Matt used to do it, yes.
It depends on what you do as to whether it's worth it. I do it because I interview businesses and stuff and do those for a podcast that I put out. But it's a little bit of a complex setup because first of all, you've got to have an adapter that goes into your phone that the jack in your phone is what they call a TRRS, RRS, meaning that it's got a tip, 3 rings, and a shield. And just a regular stereo jack, like a headphone jack, let's say, is a TRRS, got 2 rings, a tip, and a shield. So what you've got to have is an adapter that you plug into your phone that splits that to a headphone and a mic. And then what I do is I run, I just plug in a little like lavalier mic. And what I do is I clip that onto my boom with my other mic, right? And then with my headphone, that goes out from the phone and into the mixer. Okay, that way the audio from the phone, them talking, is actually going into the mixer, and then I can monitor that through my headset. And then instead of them hearing me on the mic that you guys hear me on, they're hearing me through that little lavalier mic that's clipped to the boom or whatever for my microphone.
Okay. I got, I see where you're coming from. That might be something to look into.
It's sort of a brain teaser until you get it in front of you and you look at the wiring layout. You know how that is.
Well, I was just looking at the cable that Matt was on about that. I ordered it. He's only got 2 rings. He's only got 2 black circles on it.
The audio is perfect, by the way.
So, okay. So I have to look into that more often.
I will be right back. So carry on without me.
What? You see a problem? Oh, next thing I wanted to mention was it's a couple of weeks off yet, but no, September the 16th, which is a Saturday, of course, I won't be having a show because I'll be in Florida because my son's getting married. So,
congrats.
Yeah, very nice.
So I'll be down there for. But I mentioned this in a chat earlier in the week. I think I'm going to carry. I got a Florida non-resident. Well, I applied for one. Plus, I don't know if they recognize my Rhode Island anyway, but I got a resident Florida now. Do I take a smaller gun with me, or do I take my big old M&P 45? And I'm flying. Has anybody else done that here? I hear it's quite simple. If you follow, just put it in a hard case, and when you check your bag in, you tell them you got one. That's what I've read so far. So anybody out there traveled with a gun on an airplane?
I've never flown with one. So
yeah. Originally, I was going to drive because I said I'm disabled / retired. I thought I'd just take my time and go down there and visit. He's gone now. Night Strike's on the way down and all this kind of stuff. And I got enough. I got 7 CCW licenses, so I got all the states covered except for a couple. Like I'll drive around New Jersey. I can get through New York by locking it up in the trunk. So, but then bypass New Jersey, then I'm good to go. But I got a round trip from Providence here in Rhode Island to Orlando, and a full size car rented for a week. I got the whole shebang for $389.
Nice.
I can't even drive down there for that. So that's why I chose to fly.
All right.
So plus I'll be there in 3 hours instead of 3 days,
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
All right. I'm looking at the panel right now. You're going to plug the what is it? You're going to plug the TRS cable into your line in 3/4.
Okay, yeah.
And you're also going to have to mess with the volume configuration on your mixer to account for that. You're going to have to press in tape to mix, and that should just work. It should just work as is.
Tape to mix.
Because if you have everything Matt has, I have everything Matt has, and that should have everything set up. Also, remember you make sure you have that cable going from your USB sound card to your mixer. Make sure you have the microphone plugged into the mixer as well, and you have power going to the mixer because it's what's producing the electrical charge that the microphone is using.
Okay, gotcha.
It's phantom power.
Okay. All right, I'll give that a try. I'll practice with that. See if I can get something good.
Hey, Rick.
Yes.
Florida does accept New Hampshire CWP.
The what?
Florida does accept New Hampshire CWP.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got a. What about Rhode Island? But anyway, I got a non-resident Florida anyway, so I'm good either way I go.
It doesn't. It accepts New Hampshire, yes, and Rhode Island. I don't believe so. So it's good that you have the Florida one, but I'm just verifying it now. No, it does not accept Rhode Island, so it's a good thing you have a.
Okay. Oh, just a quick note I thought was quite cool. I was at our monthly down there at that gun range I belong to. We had their monthly meeting, and that's when we vote in new members. And we just got a new one. What made me talk about it is he's actually the chief firearms instructor for Smith and Wesson Academy. You know, because that's up in Massachusetts, in Springfield, which really is about an hour and a half from here. You know, but he lives in this area. So I thought that was quite cool, and he's going to start giving us. He's going to start doing sort of like lessons, like firearms, basic, then advanced, and all that kind of stuff, shotgun and all that. And being a member, we're going to get at least half price to what he normally charged, which I thought was pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I was. I thought that was training, because that's what we need is training.
Absolutely.
Okay, when I was shooting the other day, I was doing pretty good again when I was using the right bullets. So plus here's the thing too is this time I wore my contact lenses. Say
it ain't so.
And because my contact lenses, they're set up. My left, I'm right eye dominant. So even though I'm totally left-handed and everything else, and I learned to shoot left-handed, but after I had my surgery on my left hand, I can't. So I taught myself to shoot right-handed. But on contact lenses, my left eye lens is for distance, and my right eye is for close up. So when I'm shooting, I can see the end of that. I can see that beautifully. My sight at the end of my barrel, absolutely clear, crystal clear, and I can see the target with my left eye. I was hitting them right on every time. And because we had one of those things up there that has eight still targets in a row, and you knock them all down, and you pull the rope and it pulls them back up. I was knocking them down every time. It was a sweet sound. And I was over 10 yards away too. I was about 12 yards. So I thought that was pretty good. I need to back up next time I go to see if I can do it better at a further distance. Oh,
Rick, back to your traveling with your handgun. Do you know which one you're going to take?
No, I'm more likely to take my 45. That's the one I carry all the time. It's the one I'm comfortable with.
Okay, so if you're to it, just make sure it's locked up, unloaded, and you could put your ammo separately anywhere in the bag. It could be in the same bag that your handgun is in, as long as your handgun is unloaded and locked up. And when you get to the airport, make sure you notify the airline.
Yeah, so when you take your bag in, you tell them.
Because you have to have the paperwork.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I read too.
If you check it in, stay with your luggage when it goes to TSA when they check it, because when they open it up, if there are any issues, the Port Authority Police or the Sheriff's Department, whoever's in charge over there where you're going, will be taking a look at it. So just stay with your bag while it's checked in, while it's being cleared, okay?
Yeah. All right. And that seems simple enough. And I know when you get to Florida, now from what I figure out, your baggage just gets thrown onto the line with everybody else where you pick up your baggage from. I don't think you have to go to TSA to pick it up.
About in Rhode Island, when you check it.
Leaving Rhode Island, you go to you tell them you got it. You sign a piece of paper. They put that piece of paper in with the gun. They don't in the gun. They put it inside the suitcase with the gun, and then TSA takes it and loads it onto the plane or takes it to wherever they go. But when you get to Florida, it's just automatically loaded onto the rest of the baggage. I don't think it's separated.
conveyor belt with everything else.
You know. So, but I know in Florida they don't want you to take. Like when I get to Florida, because of that shooting they had a few months back, you can't have a gun inside the airport. So I can't take it out and put it on after I leave the airport anyway.
Correct. It'd be best if you don't take it out anyway while you're in there, whether something happened there or not.
I know. I'm all right. Won't take it out until after I, pick up the rental car and get off of airport property, pull over somewhere and do it, or wait till I get to my son's house. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Do it. So that's what I plan on doing. So, I do have another question for you. Any of you country boys out there, any of you wear bib overalls? And if you do, how do you carry?
Overalls?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Like the farmer's daughter?
Yeah.
It's not optimal, but I carry ankle.
Oh, you wear bib sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah.
When you do, you carry ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking there's no belt on the outside or anything. I was just curious. And I know you got that pocket up top here, but it can only be a small gun you could carry in that.
Well, and you could pocket carry, with a sticky holster with something like that. If you had a small enough pistol, you could. And I know a lot of old timers that around here that they wear bib overalls all the time, and most of them they've got just some little something in their pocket. I don't like to pocket carry, so I usually carry on the ankle. On the rare occasion, I wear overalls. I don't wear them very often.
I was also thinking maybe, I think I showed it to John. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. It's like a belly band, but it's not, and it's only about, the actual holster itself is only about that big, but the straps, stretch around my big gut and waist, and they're Velcro. And I was thinking maybe I could wear that underneath.
I just had a question. Are those things comfortable in the Florida humidity?
What's that?
The cowgirl outfit. What you were asking about?
Bib overalls? I wasn't going to wear them in Florida. That was just a question I had on my list here.
Okay.
I'm more like I used to wear them years ago. Then when I was in Indiana a few weeks back, I bought a couple of pairs.
Right. I
haven't started wearing them yet because it's too hot.
I just couldn't imagine they would be comfortable in the heat because they're made out of denim, right?
Well, actually, my when I was down there, I wore them for a couple of days, and I just had a T-shirt on underneath, and because they're kind of baggy, loose, they weren't that bad.
Okay. Because I can't wear my jeans in the summer. It's way too warm.
Yeah. But I didn't find a problem with them. But I said I've been wearing shorts up here, with my fat legs. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a suntan. Like today is unbearable out there. The humidity is unreal. You would think you were down in South Carolina with night strike. I tell you.
Yeah, it gets pretty humid down here.
Oh yeah, it's humid here today. Oh man, it's up in the high 80s.
That's normal weather for me. I got the beat today though.
This is like the first real hot day with humidity we've had in about 3 weeks.
It's 94 here right now, but with the humidity out, it is like 99 degrees out there.
Oh, I can believe it.
Yeah, so it's almost 100 degrees outside. I got the air conditioner on full blast. I ain't going outside for a while.
It's only 87 here.
I got my AC going full blast here too. It's struggling, but hell, hey, as soon as I go off the air, I'm gonna be doing a biker Bob. The shirt's coming off. You know what I'm saying?
just wait until after you're off of the hangouts. For that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, I'll wait till I'm off the not only off the air, actually close down the chat totally.
Off camera.
Yes. Because the side I don't even like looking at. You know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, it's in here, and let's see. So, I guess my decision is I'm carrying my 45, so I'm going to do that on the plane. And what else we talked about? Oh yeah, me being a dumbass misreading the bullet data on that new. You don't reload, do you? Nice, right?
No, but I know about reloading.
Well, no, I mean, I've had a couple of opinions, like Clover and I discussing about, do you deprime before or after cleaning your brass?
Personally, if I was going to reload, I would deprime before cleaning, just because that way you get the brass clean all around instead of just in certain areas.
Yeah.
Because there might be some carbon or scoring underneath the primer.
Yeah, but if you just plinking in target practice,
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to. Just personally, if I was going to do it, I would go the extra step.
Yeah, but I was thinking, don't. And if it is a bit rough in there, what will happen is as you're practicing, right, you're more likely to have to, do your slap and rack the slide to get rid of the cart, get rid of it because it didn't fire.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
It's all good practice.
That's the thing. If you deep prime before you go and clean the brass, then you'll have the brass ready and you can prime it, and you'll know each and every time that the brass you've reloaded has a good primer in it instead of a used primer.
Yeah.
Because you might forget to deprime the brass after you take it out of the mixer, or the whatever you're using. Are you using a sonic cleaner, or what are you using?
My cleaner, I use one that uses walnut shells crushed.
I mean, it just depends on how you want to do it.
Yeah. I mean, as Clover said, if I was doing a precision, is that the word I'm looking for? Like doing a rifle that I'm shooting at 1,000 yards or whatever. Then I would more likely do it that way because you want that brass spotless. Right. But for plinking, as I said, hit or miss at 9 o'clock.
Hit or miss Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern. But yeah,
and I say if you get a dud, it's good practice for the old racket. Hit the old thing and pull back the slide.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, oh well, that's what I was. Okay, so basically, we're half and half on that. Because some people said do it before, and others said do it after. So that doesn't help me any. So I have to make my own decision. I guess is what it comes down to.
If you have to do it anyways, why don't you do it before you clean the brass? That way, you can clean the brass, take it out, and start loading it without having to add the extra step in and taking the primer out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Now, see, as I was saying earlier, I don't think you were here. Is when on my press, I took off that stupid safety primer on it because when you push the little plastic thing up against it was meant to drop a primer in there. So when you pull it down, because you pull it up, it deprimes it. You push the thing against this thing that catches it, and when you put it down, it primes it. Oh, so it does two things in one motion. Up, it deprimes, pulling it back down, primes it. But it didn't work half the time.
Something wrong with the seating?
The what?
Is something wrong with the seating?
Well, I think I put it together right. I'll look at it again, but I said that's why I went with that thing I was showing you earlier, John.
Right.
Kind of just doing it this way. But the only problem with that is you got to. What I do is I take the thing off and pull out the index bar, where it doesn't spin. So I can do all the decapping in one go. Just have it in one place. The press. So basically, I turn it into a single press.
Right.
To do all the depriming, which kind of defeats the purpose of the torrent. Really, when you come to think about it.
I would call them up to see if there's a fix for that. The manufacturer.
I can find it on you. I should research YouTube, I guess. There's got to be something on YouTube about it. YouTube has everything except paying us money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you get
the
Adpocalypse too?
Hey, I haven't even got enough views yet to get paid.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting paid because they pretty much defunded me.
Even John's got more subscribers than I have.
I do?
Oh, yes.
John doesn't even do any.
I know. What are you paying them, John?
I don't know. They must be smoking something good. I want some of that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not letting it defeat me. But also, I think I've realized what I've done wrong too. Is I'm going to change that after this week. Is I've said it before. Is as on gun channels and it's Rick's Life as I see it. But my actual YouTube channel originally started under my name. So if you don't know that, it can get confusing. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking, it will come. If you type in Rick's Life and you see it, it will come up. But then it says Rick Mitchell. So you think, well, is that him? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to change it. I'm going to put it under its own brand. For it will be Rick's Life as I see it. So there'll be no confusion for anybody.
Yeah, some people were confused when I went from John Z to the John Z Project.
Yeah.
And showed up as John Z, they didn't think that I was the John Z Project.
Yeah, so that's what I do. So I'm going to change this sometime this weekend to be its own branded channel. And you can transfer everything over, all the videos, all my hundreds of subscribers I've got,
Wow, you weren't kidding when you said John had more subscribers than you did.
You went and looked, huh?
Yeah. You got 39, John has 48. What the hell are you doing, John?
Can I have 48?
Yeah. Last I looked. Don't know what the hell you're doing.
Quick, everyone unsubscribe from John and subscribe to Rick because Rick needs it.
Yeah, I had too many people from here subscribe to me, so.
Hey, if people don't want to subscribe to me, that's fine too. I don't mind. A lot of times I do this. It's great that you guys all here and we interact and stuff, but I can sit here and talk to myself. I do it the rest of the week.
That's why I do it. I'm not doing it to get 5,000 subscribers.
No, I'm not doing it. I mean, it would be nice.
Lies.
It'd be nice, but I'm not doing it for that. You know
how many awesome people I've met from YouTube, just going back and forth, whether it was through a video or just chatting, or going through gunchannels.com. There's a lot of wonderful people out there.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I mean, I've done better since I joined gun channels. You know, because gun channel is a great network. It really
Yes, it is. And we're happy to have you.
Oh yeah. Oh, I support gun channels. You know,
I think we all support gun channels.
I do my annual subscription to gun channels, and I do some. I support some creators on gun channels. I mean, I would love to be able to support everybody on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? But I got to be able to live.
Everybody that I've seen on Patreon that has supported me, I've tried to support them too. I haven't seen you on Patreon yet, Rick. Are you?
Oh, I got one. I got a Patreon page.
Well, I got to subscribe.
What I'm saying is, I've got to go in there and change that too, because I'm trying to think. I can't remember if I've done it as Rick Mitchell or as Rick's Life as I See It. I hardly ever go to it.
I think you did it as Rick Mitchell.
You know, so I need to go in there and change that too, because I'm going to be a brand. I think Rick's Life as I See It is a brand.
You want, not you think.
I want it to be a brand, and it's going to be a brand. You know, when
eventually.
I'm syndicated, you're going to say I used to be on his show. You know, when he started.
Yeah, I'll say I used to be on his show, and now his show is hosted on my website.
Yeah,
that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah. Oh, great. Hey, let's see. Oh, my damn, we're almost out of time. Jesus.
No, we don't have to be out of time.
No, we don't. But I got a couple things I got to do. That's why.
Oh, I see.
That's why I don't go over too far, because I do something after here with a friend of mine. I got a friend. I mean, even though I'm hurting and sort of like disabled, I have a friend who I say is worse off than I am. You know, I go see him Saturday afternoons.
Oh,
that's what I do after this show. You know, that's why I like, you know, it's just got into a routine of doing it.
No, that's very cool.
That's why I can stretch it, you know, 15, 20 minutes longer. But that's about it. You know, unless I start earlier. But I thought 3 o'clock sounded good. You know, I mean, we got what you call it in the morning now, right? You got the Caliber Corner.
Yeah, Caliber Corner.
Yeah, and you got me at 3. You need somebody in the middle between the two. You know?
Didn't Matt do his show this morning?
Matt doesn't do one on Saturdays.
What is it, Sundays?
Yeah, he does one Sunday mornings. I don't know. Sometimes, if you look at gun channels, if you look at the schedules, I'm not sure if they changed it, but they did have Matt down doing a Saturday one at one time.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does what? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays.
Matt used to do Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And he dropped Saturday and then only started doing the whole coffee thing on Sundays.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why I've been missing the shows live.
I know this because I used to be on the Saturday show as well. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because, you know, everybody needs to get their daily dose of Night Strike.
That's right, they do. You were on a show earlier today.
Yeah, I was on Caliber Corner just for a little bit. Then I had a family emergency, so I had to jet out.
Oh, then you were on what you call it last night, Clover Tech?
I was on Clover Tech, and I was on Aegis Chat.
And you hit our 9 o'clock. You were also in this morning. You did quickie with Smeggy.
Yes, we did a whole thing because apparently, Hit or Miss has gotten big enough that YouTube has decided that they are going to demonetize us.
It's huge.
Demonetize?
Yep, they demonetized all my videos.
Yeah.
Even the ones I haven't even done yet.
That's
on Hit and Miss.
On Hit or Miss.
They went straight to the ones you didn't even do yet.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Nothing. He has.
I didn't say anything.
I know I read there was something on the news the other night where
Hank Strange had it. You know who else had it? Military Arms Channel got it. Yankee Marshall got it. Mr. Guns and Gear got it. So everybody's got.
No, they send you notice or something.
They didn't send me an email or whatsoever. All they did was just send me a notification at the top of my YouTube page.
Hey! I didn't get it.
I'll make sure they know that I'll make sure you share the love.
It's coming. I know it is.
So, anyways,
yeah. But I don't have enough subscribers or views yet to be worried about it. I mean, everyone when I look at my video page, it shows the $sign that they're monetized, but I'm not earning any money because I don't have enough. You got to have 10,000 views or something, So
they kept YouTube keeps sending me these content creator emails, so I
because you haven't uploaded a video.
Right, so I keep emailing them back. Could you please stop sending me this?
They're sending you what?
Creator, they send you emails every time you upload a video with hints and suggestions. But it's so annoying. I actually emailed them back and said, "Can you stop sending me this crap?"
Oh, my videos must be lousy because I never get one.
Yeah, well, Rick, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, I know.
What's the first rule of Fight Club? We don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, well, hell, I enjoy making my videos.
I'm just giving you shit, Rick. I'm not being serious.
I enjoy making my videos, so that's all that counts.
Admit it, you love the attention.
Oh, yeah. But I got to be like you. I got to get on more shows.
Yeah. All you need to do is just get on shows, but be ready to talk. Don't be the one guy that just sits there and doesn't take part of the conversation. Because I used to do that because it was hard to get in a word in edgewise when G-Webs, Matt, and Yankee would always argue. And I'm like, I'm not sure I want to get in the middle of this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I would just sit there and be silent. If you're going to join the chats, don't be silent. If you're not going to say a lot of stuff all the time, that's fine. But at least get a word in edgewise when you can. Just if there's an opening, take that opening and start saying something.
Yeah. What I should do though is I should send like Matt a link and say, "Can I join?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just send him a message.
I know.
Yeah, if you let Matt know you want in on it, I mean, yeah, he'll send you a link every show.
I mean, be honest with you, it feels like I'm begging. Well,
you're welcome on any of mine. I'll start shooting you a link, whether if I see you on. That's what I do. I usually about 15 minutes before showtime, I'll go through the chat, and anybody that's on that I know has expressed interest, then I'll shoot them a link.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, but I'll send Matt a message. I've been on his show once on one of the Wednesday ones. Wednesday I can handle because I listen to Mondays. I'm in the crowd on Mondays, but I'm not really. I don't watch the Living Dead or whatever, Walking Dead or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I don't watch any of that stuff. Some of it I do, like Doctor Who I watch and stuff like that, but some of the shows.
Yeah, because you grew up watching Doctor Who.
So anyway. Oh, look at that. We hit 4 o'clock.
Oh my. Well, I guess we have to.
Hey, so my 3 panels here, and you guys want to plug anything? Clover?
Hit or miss, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock.
That works. Night Strike?
Hit or miss Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. And don't miss Clover Tech shows Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I don't know what times. You'll have to ask him.
Wednesday, 8 Eastern. Thursday, 11 Eastern. Friday, 10 Eastern.
There we go.
Wednesday, 11 Eastern?
Wednesday at 8. Wednesday's 8.
Oh. So you said 11.
before Matt. Wednesday is 8 before Matt. Thursday is 11, which is after Yankee, and then Friday is 10, which is before Edge.
Thursday, 11 p.m.
Right. That's the after hours show, and that's a pretty good one to promote your channel and stuff in. We talk about on that show, after our show, we talk about what's going on the live shows during the week, and we talk about new gun channels on YouTube that we found, or different things that we've seen, videos we've seen. We talk about some of the stuff like we've talked about here about demonetization. We go over that, and you know how you get around that, and things you need to be doing on your channel, and it's kind of about the media aspect of the firearm world.
Yeah, because I'm normally up that late, but I'll be watching TV. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm normally not.
You're not on the computer.
It was a very good show this last Thursday. So and the replay's up on my channel. So if anybody missed it, that's probably a good one to check. We went about an hour.
Wasn't there.
We went about an hour and a half. It wasn't because you wasn't there, but we had a really good panel and talked about a lot of things. Related to channels and what you need to do and that sort of thing. But it really was. It was a very good show. That show was.
All right, I'll check it out. John?
Don't forget, check out gunchannels.com. Tuesdays, hit or miss, 9 o'clock. Wednesdays, hosted by CloverTech Next Generation at 8 o'clock. And, of course, gearwebsites.com. Get all the gear you need for all the gear you can handle.
And don't miss the Daily Gun Show every day at 7 Eastern.
Hey, you can promote your John Z project that has more subscribers than me on here.
Eddie, I can't handle all of it.
Anyway, thank you.
Check it out. You don't want to, that's fine.
You can't handle all this fame.
No.
Yeah, it's really.
But I just want to say thank you for joining me this week. I appreciate it. And we'll be back again next week at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys want me to, if you guys have a topic, you can always email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com. It's all one word.
Oh, my.
rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com. So you can always email me if you want to put a topic on my list here. And I'll take them, because I have to come up with this list every week. It's kind of hard sometimes. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining me, and see you all next week.
Cool.
Yep.